In this video, I'm going to explain how I'm going to use my EV6 to power my house. Give you a little bit about background of my house electrical system setup. My house is wired for a generator to be plugged in on the outside that will give me power to certain breakers and location where when we have a power outage, I'll be able to use the generator to power a certain part of my house. Now this is an inlet where I can plug in the generator. This is a 1430 twist lock inlet plug. So to go to the power panel, you can see that the power, the inlet from the generator is going into this transfer switch. This transfer switch is basically to connect certain part of my house, certain areas that I want to have emergency power. So that will include places, appliances like freezers, refrigerator, and also furnace. And also the bathroom lights and certain outlets. So the generator power comes in here, and then through this transfer switches, that will allow me to turn on the generator power when it comes in. The generator power through the transfer switch will go to certain breakers where you can see all those orange dots, stickers where I have I'm connected to this transfer switch to power those area of the house. So using the vehicle to load adapter, I plug in my 110 extension that runs all the way to my inlet where the generator used to plug in. So using this adapter which convert the 1430 plug into a 110 plug, so I'll be able to tap into the outlet. Now using the 1430 adapter to the 110 plug, now I'm able to connect that to my EV6. So now let's go into look at the transfer switch. The transfer switch, as I said before, you can see all this location where I have marked where I'll receive emergency power. So I'm going to turn C on, which is going to power my refrigerator, freezer in the garage. So I would be turning it from the grid, which is line, to off, which is I'm not getting any power. You can see the light just went out in the garage. And I'm putting it in the generator, which is the power coming from the EV6. Okay, this one here, also I'm going to turn it off, which is going into my kitchen to the microwave. So I'm going to turn this off. Okay, and now there's no power coming from the grid. And I'm going to flip it up to generator, which is now the EV6. Now I can go into the house and turn on my microwave and see how much power it's drawing. So if you look at the voltmeter, the watt meter here down below, it's not using much as far as the refrigerator. Okay, in the house, this microwave now is powered by EV6. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it on. I have a pitcher of water in there. I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to set it to about 3 minutes. So now it's running power from the EV6. Now back to the transfer switch. Now you can see the watt meter is showing that I am drawing about close to 14 or 1500 watts with the microwave running, and also the freezer and refrigerator. Inside the dash of the EV6, you can see is now it's transferring power from the car to the house, going at about 1.4, 1.5 kilowatts. So the EV6 is able to provide about 1.8 kilowatts of power to the house. And of course, I have to be very selective in choosing which area of the house that I want to power. But in an emergency, I probably would need very little, some lights and of course
furnace
and maybe microwave, but everything would not be turned on at the same time because of the 1.8 kilowatt limitation. So anyway, this is how I use my EV6 to power the house in an emergency.